And well, this is actually the second time I'm filming this. This is like the next day. I just used the same outfit. So I filmed the first time and I only have 12 minutes of the footage. So I'm doing it again. Hopefully I'll just be able to chime in. Well, I've been off of YouTube for the past year. Like in 2020, I didn't upload anything that had to do with YouTube. Like I didn't do anything on YouTube at all. Neither did I do much on my Instagram page. Well, yeah, it is what it is. It has been like a year of a roller coaster. Last year, like, I'm trying to act like it didn't happen, although it happened. I've been off of YouTube for a whole year. The last time you guys saw me was during Vlogmas 2019. I planned on vlogging up until Christmas of 2019 and it just didn't work out. It didn't pan out. Not because I couldn't, I don't know. I think a lot just started happening and I was just like, oh, and I ended up deciding to vlog. I have I think the vlogs up to day 5. Day 6 up to day 25, there's nothing. Well, there are some pictures for like I think a few days leading up to day 25. So hopefully maybe I'll put that together and put it in a vlog. But anyway, as you can see by the title of this video, I'm actually here to tell you guys where I've been, what I've been up to, why I've been away. So yes, so like I said, it has been a roller coaster. It has been, last year was really a roller coaster considering the whole COVID thing, and I mean it's still going on now, but now it's even worse in Namibia. Well, today I am here to actually, like, it has been, I really did try and promise myself to get myself together and just come on YouTube and be able to film, but I hadn't been able to do so. Oh wait, I think it might be a little dark. Oof, makeup. And well, it's spilling from a lot to do with COVID actually. There's so much that happened during this past year that had to do with the fact that COVID got here. I mean, we were celebrating on New Year's Eve, we were celebrating on New Year Day, we were celebrating moving into the next decade, and well, not little did we know that we are celebrating the next decade, but we started the decade with actually treating a whole virus that could kill anyone, any day, anytime. Well, I wanted to actually go through my life update. I wanted to give you guys, as the title of the video says, this is my life update. What I've been up to, I'll let you guys what I've been up to and all that jazz. So I really haven't been anywhere but here. As I've just been, life has just kept me busy. I've just been very busy, and that something had to give, and unfortunately YouTube became part of that thing that had to give. Well, looking forward, I think we're getting to a point where we will actually not be, you know, we're getting to the point where I'm actually trying to balance and be able to actually do YouTube at the same time do life. Not that I couldn't do it back then, but there was just a lot of things work-wise that were going on, and adjusting to my new role as a mom, it's still taking a little bit of time, and I'm also still trying to also get back to my normal self, or my usual self, where I still know myself, my dress style and all that. So if you're a mom, you know how it's like that you were a specific body type before you got pregnant, and then during your pregnancy and after, it takes a little bit of time to accustom yourself to the new life. Well, not all people. Some people, they just snap back after a month or 2 months of giving birth. Some of us, it took us a bit of time, and the snap back, it involves a lot of things. So anyway, so yeah, I've just been here. I've been trying to figure out a lot of things that I needed to do, and I felt like I was not going to be myself. Not that I didn't want people to see me when I'm down and out. Of course I would want people to experience that, because I mean, a lot of us experience times in our lives where we are just not 100%. And well, I didn't want to more so just put it out. Not that I didn't want to put it out there, but it was a time in my life that I really needed to do a lot for myself. more so for my mental health, and not that there's anything toxic about YouTube or anything. I just needed the time away from the camera, although I was quite active on my Instagram stories and sometimes in my feed. And not until about yesterday I actually went on my Instagram feed and realized that the last time I had posted on my Instagram feed was in December 2020. I was like, oh girl, what's happening here? So then I'm now here. I am here to stay. We are here to do this video, and when we do this video, we will hopefully we'll get to the destination of where I want us to go. I'm actually back on it. I'm back, and I'll be back. Of course, it's not so much of a bang, but I'm back and I'm ready. I'm ready. I'm not going to say anything, make any promises. I'm just ready. I'm here. We're going to take this thing forward. So while I was in my 2020, I also wanted to let you guys know that I moved. I moved from a 1-bedroom apartment and moved into a 2-bedroom apartment because I figured it was time for me to move. More so because my son was getting older and he needed the space. He needed space. The 1-bedroom was basically something I had bought for myself. I didn't buy it so that I can live there with a child. So I moved from the 1-bedroom and moved into a 2-bedroom at the peak, or at the beginning, actually at the beginning of COVID, when literally like tomorrow is lockdown. I'm moving. Like, well, let's just go back. Let me go back. So in January of 2019, or say towards the end of 2019, initially I wanted to move while I was still pregnant, and it didn't make sense for me to move while I was still pregnant because I was huge. And if you've been pregnant in your life before, like, you would know, like, especially around January, because I was like thinking I'd move around January and I'll be big but not so big. But unfortunately I wasn't carrying small, I was carrying really big because I'm petite. So I was huge. The belly was so big you would think I had twins. So I then just took the whole idea of me moving from my place to another place out, because the whole stress of packing on this side and going to the other side and unpacking, it was just not going to work out. So I then decided, you know what, let's just wait for the baby to get here. When he turns a year, when he starts walking, I can look into moving. So at the end of 2019, I started looking for places to move to eventually, but then I was like, oh, let me just leave this. Then at the beginning of 2020, I started looking for a place. I found a place, and when I found a place that the agent whom I got the place from ended up giving the place away. Mind you, I had paid a deposit, and because I didn't know why she gave the place away, she actually gave the place away, although I had already informed her how I'm taking the place, because I think I paid that deposit at the end of January, and I was only going to move in at the end of March, so there would be a gap of 1 month. So according to her, she's like, oh, then you can if that's the case, then you can move, then you can pay the February rent. So I said, no, I'm paying the deposit so I can move in at the end of the month of March, and you are saying it's okay because it's actually basically it's 2 months that I wouldn't move in. So but anyway, point of the matter, at the end of the day, she gave the place away to, like, literally I'm supposed to move in at the end of March, I think. Was it at the end of March? Yeah, towards the end of March, 3rd week of March, she actually gave the place away to somebody. And I'm like, why are you giving the place away if we have this kind of agreement? Oh no, there are many agents and the flat is empty. And I'm like, but you said you're going to tell the owner of the apartments that you're keeping, this is the agreement we have and I'm moving in here. And I understand that there's a gap of 2 months. I understand all that. But if it was not possible for it to be done, she shouldn't have said I should pay the deposit. But I figured at the time, because she's getting a commission, she just wanted the commission off of the money I was going to give. So anyway, fast forward, I ended up finding a place in a very secure complex. And in finding that place in a secure complex, I then moved into there. When I moved in just when COVID was beginning. So I moved in at the beginning of COVID, and I moved into just an empty apartment because the apartment that was earmarked for myself was actually occupied by somebody who was only moving, I think that person was moving the same time I was moving. So while I'm moving on the Thursday and the Friday, she's also moving the Thursday and the Friday to wherever else she's gonna stay. So I said, you know what, I ended up staying there for during the month of lockdown, because they had to come, the what do you call it, the managing company had to come and inspect the apartment and make sure that everything is up to code, that like lights are working, plugs are working, stove is working, DSTV outlets are working, and everything like that, and the shower is working, and that the tap is running fine and it's not broken, and all those kind of things that people do usually before people move in. So I was like, okay, no problem. If that's the case, I'm just going to let this be what it is. So I stayed there for a month, and then eventually my sister was over because schools were closed. So my sister came over like towards end of May or middle of May. Towards end of May, middle of April, middle of May, beginning, I think just slightly after end of May, my sister came, and she came to come and help me out with my son, because at that same time I had a housekeeper who actually stole from me, and I had to get rid of her. So my sister had to come and help me out. So my sister came and she helped me move into the apartment. Obviously we moved things like the beds, the sofas, and the clothes, and the pots, the pans, and then the TV stand. And I was also helped by one of my my friend's sister's friend. I don't know if it makes sense. One of my friends, let's just say she's my friend through my friend's sister, she came to help me. I think she helped us with the sofa, and I think the TV stand and the TV, I'm not so sure. Yes, and then she came to help us, and she helped us move. And then we actually, then the caretaker, and not the caretaker, then the people who work for the managing company helped us move our fridge and the washing machine from the other apartment that we were initially staying in. So I could have stayed at that apartment, but I decided to not want to stay there, because they were like, oh, maybe you could just stay there. I'm like, no. When I applied, I wanted to get an apartment with like a bigger courtyard, because there are some apartments that have small courtyards, some have big. I wanted a bigger courtyard so that my son can have more than enough space to play. Mind you, in that first apartment that we stayed in this complex, my son learned how to walk there. I taught him how to walk there, or like, I don't know if I can say taught him how to walk. I made him walk there, because he was not cooperating with this whole walking thing. He was just taking his time and just like, no, I'm tired of carrying you. You need to walk, friend. And well, I just had to, push him a little bit, show him that he can walk without a walker, and he can walk to mommy, and he can walk to the wall, he can walk to his toys. And eventually, took me like 2 days, and he was walking. I was like, okay, this is the life, we're doing something. Then at the same time, during COVID, my son turned 1, and this year he turned 2. So I was like, literally the last time you guys saw him, it was during Vlogmas, or maybe not even saw him, because I was not showing him in the vlogs. I was not so comfortable with showing him on the vlogs. But that is about to change. You guys are in for a treat. Throughout, from now on, he will be on my YouTube channel whenever it is that I believe or feel like he should be a part of a conversation or a part of a vlog. You will see him. What else? Well, moving was really something that I needed to do. And again, like I'm saying, that I did it because I wanted my son to have a courtyard to play, because my apartment was on the second floor, or is on the second floor. So, and it's a 1-bedroom. There's just no space for a child to play freely. So I wanted him to have a space to play, and like, judging by the video that I'm showing now, you can see he's enjoying his life, playing soccer in the yard and all that. On top of that, I also wanted to move so that I can teach him like basic gardening, so he can have a little garden there and he can garden. I also wanted to have like a space where I can entertain people. Instead of entertaining people in my living room, I wanted to have a space outside that I can take people out to. Hopefully I'll get to the point where that space is something that I can take people to. At the moment it's not, because it's not ready at all. When it's ready, I'm pretty sure I'll be back right here to show you guys what it is and what it is I've done to the space. And yeah, so the videos that I'll be doing, really, I'm still trying to see which ones you guys will compel to. I know that a lot of you like the wedding vlogs that I've done, but I don't get invited to weddings all year every day, so we'll see which ones you guys will accustom yourselves to. So yes, on top of that, I also wanted to mention that when my son turned 2, because we didn't see my parents last year, he went for the holiday to my parents. COVID. I couldn't even go back and get him because of COVID. So he's been there for the past 2 months, and all because Windhoek is locked down. And people are like, you can get a permit. I'm like, I'm also not going because I know that there are people with... I need to take care of my own family. In order for me to take care of them, I need to stay away for now. At least when the summer comes, maybe it won't be so bad. And maybe by then, the vaccine will have also reached my parents, and they also would be aware of a lot of symptoms that could happen and all that. So I decided not to go and get him. More so because of all the circumstances that led up to us being in this situation. Because I was supposed to get him at the end of May, after the holiday, because yeah, but then I was supposed to go to work to the north, and then it didn't end up happening. That's okay, I'll fetch him at the end of the month, because we're going at the end of the month, because we're going to spend usually my work, we spend a week in the north with work, I think every quarter. I was just like, nah fam, this is not happening. Like, well, it just turned out that there were a lot of things that led up, a lot of factors that involved my work that led up to me not going. Part of the reason why I didn't want to go myself without work is because I didn't want to go to the north twice. It just, like, there's just no way. Push comes to shove, we are now at the state where he is well, and he's having an amazing time in the village with my parents. My parents are having an amazing time with him. Evidently, parents love their grandchildren, or grandparents love their grandchildren, because my dad and my son, they are like these two peas in a pod. They're literally inseparable. I don't even know how my dad's gonna cope when I get him in January, because he's supposed to come back here. I don't know, but well, they're gonna have to learn to deal with it, because they're gonna have to learn to deal with it, because he needs to be with me. I'm his mother. Hello, he needs to be. I'm his mom, and of course his dad is also here, so wouldn't it just make perfect sense for him to be in Windhoek? I also, like, I find it, I don't know how, especially like the ladies who, if you were in a position where you can keep your child, I wonder, like, let's say you're working and you are in a position where you can keep your child, I wonder how, like, people really just take their children to their parents. Like, they are in a circumstance where they can take care of the child themselves, but they will take this child to their parents. I'm just sitting here wondering how they are able to do it, because I am here and I'm really trying every day to not be emotional over the fact that he's not with me, because my son is the sweetest little boy. Of course every parent thinks their child is sweetest, but he's at an age in his life where it's important for him to feel how it feels like for me to love him. Of course I know he knows I love him, but I just wish I didn't. Somehow I wish I can say I didn't take him home, but I can't be selfish. He needs to know how it feels like to be loved by other people who are his family apart from myself, because I can't be the sole person he knows loves him, because anything can happen in this life. I don't want something happening to me and he doesn't know how to build relationships, because I selfishly kept him to myself. So yeah, anyway, so yeah, that's about it. There's really nothing much. I did do a tour of I think I did a tour of this flat. I think I did to make a tour of the flat we're living in at the moment. Well, if I have that footage, I'll try and find it and I'll share it. It might be part of this video, I'm not so sure. That means I would have to be up all night tonight searching for that video, so that for all the footage, so I can make sure that this video is something that you guys can really be thankful for, and you won't forgive me for taking so long for being away from you. So yeah, we are looking forward to a lot of fun. We are looking forward to a lot of fun. So yes, so there's a lot of things that are going to come your way from me. Just be on the lookout, and I will be a little bit more active on these socials. Well, until next time, I'm drinking my Milo. I will see you guys in my next video. Bye. Oh guys, so I moved. I'm in a whole new space. It's a little bit bright, but I'm in a new space. I moved in at the beginning of I spent lockdown in a new space. Let me just close the door. So yeah, this is the new space. I will probably make a proper tour at some point. It's quite bright because the light, see, it's really bright. But anyway, this is the new space. I moved about some days ago. So I moved into a, yeah, so that's about, I don't know if you guys can see, but that is how much I moved. So I moved, and yeah, I needed something that had a courtyard so that the guy can have somewhere to play. So this has a courtyard, so he has more than enough space, and I have some braai. So there's a lot of new content that's going to come out in this new space. I've made a few investments in equipment for YouTube, and I think you guys will enjoy it. So yeah, I'm going to now go into arranging this room. Let's turn on the light. This light is not really, these lights are not, like, this doesn't do anything for me. I'm not here for this anyway. So this is the current state of the room. So all these things I need to hang the clothes on the line, on the hangers, and pack away the clothes that don't need to be in the cupboards. So yeah, so that's about it. Yeah. We moved our things in. Some of my plates are already in here, but there is this, I'm trying to get it to focus. Okay, there's this wood thing, and this plank is currently holding this plank together, and I think this plank needs to be removed because now it's holding the granite together. At the same time, it's what's holding this long plank together. So if I remove it, this plank completely falls. So this needs to be replaced. I don't know, I think maybe the person who stayed here, they probably used to climb here so they can reach up the cupboards up, because these cupboards are quite high. So probably to reach the top, which is the third shelf, they probably used to climb on here. But this, in addition to that, I realized that these shelves are only 2 shelves, and in the previous space with the previous the photos that I previously sent, this has 2 shelves. I would appreciate that it has 3. I'd appreciate if we can also get 3 shelves. That's if it's a possibility to do it all. If it's not, it's also fine. And the spice part, like, all that space is going to waste, but I need to utilize it. Any possibility to get me somebody to come and to make them uniform like the other one, so that I can have the spices here, cooking oil that I don't use, or cooking oil that I am storing up, and then here a rack for something else. Is it possible to do that for me? Thank you very much. This is fine. This was left untouched, but only so we made a little setting for the boy. It's his birthday today, so we made a little setting just to take a few pictures. Not really the ideal setting I want, but yeah. So we're gonna have like a little small smash the cake kind of thing here. Okay, so let's put him in the chair. Yeah, happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Tangeni. Happy birthday to you. Oh man, first thing he takes is the number. Let's hope he doesn't eat it. Yay! Yippee! Hooray! Oh, those things are too high.
Was that not supposed to be lit?
Yes, it was supposed to be lit, but okay, so the candlelight went off. But anyway, yay! Thank you, yay! Let me just take this off. It's distracting him. Yay! Yay!
Finally took the flesh. Yeah.
Yay! Tangin, tar. Oh, yeah. Yum. Tar.
Oh, ndini yachiro ngonotyeka flesh is out ngengo kwa parwira
Yeah.
kayingi taking no flesh.
Kusakonye? Tar. Yeah. Oh no. No way, we took all the pictures we wanted anyway. Ah. Mine.
Yeah.
Oh, this is the uncle on duty. This is for the future.
What future?
This is for the future.
What
What I get to know? People must see your abs. What's this?
I don't have any abs.
People must see your abs. What's this? Yeah, Tangeni. Yeah.
This is my body of proof. Proof I can.
Hello, Tangeni. Hello, baby. Hello, baby. Hello, baby. Hello. Hello, Baba. Hello, Baba. Hello, Baba. Hello, Baba. Hello, Baba. Hello. Tangeni. Hi, baby. Hi, baby. Hi, baby. Hi, baby.